lucky that these women had taken the time out of their personal schedule and time from their family to come and share some of their stories with us. So I'd like to ask Mrs. Patricia Quigley if she'd like to come forward and speak to you people for a few minutes about the situation she was involved in.
Each year when September 11th comes up, for me, it's for the rest of the world because I live it every day. You don't see it right now, but I am a really happy person. I have a very good life, 2 very healthy girls. I have a very good family, a very good support system of friends and neighbors and the community around me. One thing that was important to me is for myself and the girls to understand that terrorism was not going to take over our lives. I have tried to turn this into something other than hatred, and I think that's what Susan's going to talk to you about.
Patty and I have talked a lot about this, that hatred is learned. So not only would we like to help these widows with their basic necessities, we hope to undo, if even a small bit, some of the hatred that has been learned both in Afghanistan and here in the United States. If these widows and their children have an opportunity to learn about us and we about them, we can begin to learn the truth about one another. We are not hateful people, and we do not believe that they are hateful people. So in order to implement these ideas, we need to raise money. Patty came up with the idea to ride our bikes from Ground Zero in New York City back up here to Boston, and I was crazy enough to say, good idea, Patty. So this is what's going to happen. Patty and I are going to leave Ground Zero on Thursday morning, September 9th. We will bicycle for 3 days, approximately 250 miles. We have lofty goals for this ride. We hope to raise $100,000 if we can. We also hope to raise awareness for the plight of widows in Afghanistan. We set out in just a few days, but our journey will not end at the Boston Commons. It will just be beginning. I hope that you'll support us. Thank you.
So they go back and they're going to tell their family and their friends about this. People might scratch their head. And people might say, well, why aren't you supporting people in the United States that are victims of 9/11? Or why aren't you supporting U.S. troops? Or why aren't you supporting policemen or firemen?
Especially since 9/11, the world has gotten so much smaller. We cannot pretend that the problems and the rest of the world doesn't affect us. We can't live in, our little plastic bubble here. I don't know if you realize this, but not one of the terrorists was an Afghan person. They were all from either Saudi Arabia or other Middle Eastern countries, but they were not Afghan.
The terrorists did not come from Afghanistan. They trained in Afghanistan. And these women, like Susan just said, are widows like we are.
So we are all connected. And we feel that if we can teach love and kindness as opposed to teaching hatred, that is the way terrorism will end.